welcome to my vlog. I am vlogging here from Denmark, and you can call me Marie. I live here with my husband and our two youngest children. The two older children have moved away from home, and this is my take on a knitting vlog, and I hope that you enjoy having these small sessions with me. I have birds building nests here at the I don't know what to call it, patio, deck, terrace. Oh, we have blackbirds, and they for some reason prefer to build their nest in here, which is really annoying, because they make a lot of mess. And in Denmark it's prohibited to remove birds' nests, no matter how common the bird might be, when the bird has laid eggs. So I have to be careful that the blackbird doesn't lay its eggs, and because then I have to wait until the young have left the nest. And sometimes having a bird's nest here has made it impossible for us to use this space, because there is very angry defensive parents, birds trying to get rid of us in our own home. But yeah, the children tend to enjoy these birds' nests, so yeah, but it's me who have to do the cleaning when the birds are done. And sorry, I'm just a bit, the thought of a bird, just attacking or flying in, or I don't know, it's not logic. So anyways, moving on. This was supposed to be about knitting and not about birds. So I am knitting on it's a bag. It's going to be very big, and then I'm going to put it in the washing machine, and then it's going to shrink and become very sturdy. It's kind of an experiment. I am writing about it on Instagram step by step. I've been a bit behind on that, but yeah, the Instagram where I am showing how to make this bag is in Danish, so I'm not sure that it will be that interesting to you. But if you are Danish, Swedish or Norwegian speaking, then you might get something out of the very simple instruction that I've put on Instagram, and I'll put down the name to the Instagram account here. So, but actually the bag, since it's not done, I'm not going to talk that much about it. What I actually wanted to talk about today is a new book that I have bought. And this is my first 52 weeks off book. And this is 52 weeks of scrap yarn, and I haven't been tempted into buying either of the sock versions. There are 52 weeks of socks, and there are 52 weeks of scarves. There's a 52 weeks of easy knits. There's a 52 weeks of chunky knits, I think. But when I saw that they were doing this, I thought this is definitely something for me. And I actually, when I bought it, I put it in the car, and it was standing like this, and it was a very hot day, and I have a dark gray car, So inside the car it was even hotter because the car was placed directly in the sun. So when I came home after this book was standing like this in the car, this very hot car, actually it had been so hot for the book that I could see that it had gone, crooked, and I panicked a bit because, it was my fault. Warm car, my book, placing it like this on the end. So it kind of like, I just placed it on on my kitchen table, and I, tried to squeeze it and tap it a bit. So I think it's okay, but I can see, if you can see here, it has, has been a bit, but well. Now that this isn't now this is a unique book because I have kind of messed it up. So stupid, yes, it is definitely stupid. But yeah. So I've heard about people doing 52 weeks of socks. Knitting one or both socks from one of the books, but you can't do 52 weeks of scrap knits because a lot of the first what's it say? It's divided into kind of like sections. So it says here 8 sweaters, for instance. So I don't know anyone who can knit an entire sweater in a week, unless it's on very big needles, of course. But these patterns are, I love a lot of these sweater patterns. Like this one. This is so pretty. And it's not 52 different authors. It's 47 talented designers worldwide. So some of them are, I don't know. Last time I checked, there were like West Knits he hasn't contributed to this book, which is okay with me. I have tried one of his patterns but didn't finish it because I can't remember. But anyway, I think some of these patterns are just beautiful, and this one. I'm trying to find pictures where you can't see the pattern instructions at the same time. Oh, I think this one was in the beginning also, which was, yes, this one. I just love the simplicity of the color work, and yeah, there are also, I don't do a lot of scarves, but there are some of these scarves are just, kind of amazing, and they are not really helping me show you pictures because a lot of the pictures are together with the pattern, so that if I show you the pictures, you like this. So many pretty things in this. So and I bought it in one of my local yarn stores, but in so it hasn't been, this is in English, if you thought it was in Danish. I'm not sure that they are publishing this in Danish because I think the sock books have been translated into Danish. I think the scarves one has been translated into Danish. I am not sure if Easy Knits and Chunky Knits has been translated into Danish, but Lane Magazine or Publishing is, as far as I remember, a Scandinavian company. I think they are from Finland, but I'm not sure. I actually also think that this scarf on the front side is really, really, really pretty. So, and I love knitting with scraps and with doing things like this. So there are so many pretty things in this book. So I highly recommend it. And of course, there's a lot of the patterns that they're not for me. And some of them are, you know, maybe a bit simple. I'm like this one. I don't think that I've seen a lot of patterns with like the crocheted details and then knitted details also. I actually think this one is also quite pretty. So, and I just, you know, I love knitting books, and I actually just got another book also for my birthday. I always have like crafting books on my wish list. So this one I bought for myself because I think they published it this month. I think it was published here in May. Yeah. So yeah, it's very fresh off the printing press. And the reason that I decided to talk a bit about that book, because I don't always show when I buy a new book here on my blog, but I just think that it hasn't gotten that much attention on Instagram. So I just wanted you to, if you are into scrappy knitting or like the 52 weeks series, then I just think that you should, take a look at this book, because I think it's very nice. And I've heard people talk about that Lane magazine has a tendency to choose pictures that are very aesthetically beautiful, but it's hard for people to see how the models are, on the body, because they have prioritized beautiful pictures and not so much pictures where you can see the details. So I think that in this book they have taken that into account. I think most of the patterns in the book, the pictures are still very beautiful, but they are also, it's also easy to see what the end product is going to look like, because the pictures are of, I think in one of the other books, the person, or maybe it was in the magazine, I saw somebody showing on the podcast that it was kind of like a sweater or a cardigan, and the model was sitting like, and then when they do like this, then you can't see like the neckline, you can't see what's happening on the body, you can't see, anything. So even though you can see, oh, that's a beautiful sleeve, but that's the only thing that I can see. So I think they have taken that into account, and I really think that they have made a beautiful book with a lot of different patterns in very different styles, different levels of complexity. Some of the patterns are very plain, some of them are very complicated, and I definitely think that I will be knitting some of the patterns in this book, and if I don't get around to doing it sometime soon, then I still have the joy of, owning this book. And maybe you think, why is she going on and on and on about a book? Actually, I've been told, because I buy my books in Denmark, because I live in Denmark. I've been told that buying books in Denmark is quite more expensive than if you buy books in a lot of other countries, and I don't know why, but when this person told me this, it was a couple of years ago. It's because that we are only like 6 million people who speak Danish. So when you publish a book in Danish, it's a bit more risky than if you publish a book in a language like English or German, because there are around 90 million people who speak German, and English is the language in the world that most people are actually speaking, either as a native language or as a second language. So when you publish something in English, then you have a quite bigger audience, and so, and if in Denmark we do things a bit different, maybe, I don't know, I've never lived anywhere else but here. So and I actually have only lived here in Denmark within a radius of 30 kilometers. So not that experienced living abroad. And the places I've lived, I've mainly lived for many years. So 40 kilometers radius, 50 from my hometown and to the city where I went to continuation school. So, but that doesn't really count, does it? No. Well, anyways, I think that was all I had to say about this book and about books and for today. So I hope that you got some time to sit and do something nice for yourself, get a break. I listen to a lot of podcasts, also myself, knitting podcasts, and so I know that some of you out there might not be knitting right now. You might be cooking or cleaning or something completely different, which is what I often do, because that's a way of, knitting and doing something else at the same time, listening to people talk about knitting. Yeah, it sounds pretty, weird. But anyways, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching this episode of my vlog. I hope that if you have any questions or if you enjoyed what I've been saying, that you will leave me a comment, give this video a like, or subscribe to my channel so you'll get a notification next time I put up some kind of content. And I hope to see you again next time. Thank you for today. Happy knitting.